Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode. Nothing Agreed. BWTB. Back with the boys. B
Hmm.
Dubs. How we doing, man?
Doing good. How are you?
You know what I just realized? I
Hmm.
don't know why I literally just realized this as I was doing the intro, but our birthdays are within less than a month.
Aren't they within less than 24 hours
Well, like, I
of each
mean,
other?
like,
Oh. Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
it's coming up in less than a month.
They
I
are
mean,
coming up
you
on
could
us.
say they're technically within 1 second of each other if you want to play that game.
Was it?
So, I mean, you're well, not like the second I came out the birth canal, no, but I mean
Well,
like
yeah, that's
August
what I
1st and
mean.
August 2nd.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You were born within 24 hours after I was.
Wait, what time were you born?
Um, I want to say like around 7 or 8, if that's right, or maybe 10. I know it was night.
Okay, so PM. Okay, I think I remember it was like 2:30 PM. So
Mm.
yeah, we're less than 24 hours between each
Well,
other.
you turn how
That
old
is
this
crazy.
year?
22.
Yeah, okay, that's right. All right,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. Come on, man. Come on, man. Not
My
even a
fault.
real friend, man. Not even a real
My
friend.
fault. My fault. I don't know
Yeah, that is
everyone's
your
age
fault.
like that.
Anyways, how are we doing, man? How are we doing?
Doing all right, you know. It's just the middle of the summer, so it's hot. Um, 4th of July was a while ago. I know we kind of talked about that, but that was fun. Yeah, no.
I had a soccer game yesterday,
Mhm.
and it was a pretty intense game. We won 1-0. We scored in
Mhm.
like the last 5 minutes, but it was an intense game. And this guy, the ball goes to the corner, and this guy's like shielding me off the ball. So I
Mhm.
go up behind him and like I give him a little nudge with like maybe my stomach, right?
Right.
And this man jumps like a ballerina, swan dives, right? Like
Mhm.
the biggest flop ever is going to fall on the ground, and he sticks both his arms out, which is what you never do. You never put your arms full extension when you're landing,
Mhm.
and he dislocated his shoulder.
Wow. Yeah.
And
That's
so
just
I
not
felt bad because
not good thinking. No, don't feel bad. I mean,
I was like, that wasn't really my
no,
fault,
it's
you
not.
know?
It's
Like,
not. It's not.
so yeah. What he dislocated his shoulder. We scored, I think, 2 minutes later, and then yeah,
Nice.
1-1-0. So
Yeah, I've seen some crazy injuries like that in my lacrosse days, but I'd say the most bizarre thing I've ever seen just playing a sport was one guy. It got so hot down here for a tournament one weekend. One guy just passed out on the field. The full sprint, just watched the dude collapse. He was unconscious for like 8 minutes. It's the craziest thing I ever saw. Um,
jeez.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you just see a guy go down, and like, well, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
Like, kind of like
Ooh.
I don't want to like compare it to like the Damar Hamlin situation, but
Yeah,
like,
I knew that was gonna come up. I knew that was gonna come up.
but I mean, yeah, you just see a guy running full speed and then he just falls down. Like, did he trip? Did someone hit him? But no one's near him, and then yeah, he's just not moving for like 8 minutes. And you're like, oh, yeah. So stay
Yeah, that
hydrated out there, all you summer
that's a little
athletes.
crazy.
But
That's a little
yeah, summer. Not a lot to talk about in terms of football or basketball. I know the MLB All Star Game is this weekend or this week, so we'll have more to talk
it's
about
tomorrow.
tomorrow. You're right. So there'll be more coming up about that later in the episode. Home Run Derby. I know you're going to that tonight in your home
Come
city
on
of
now.
Atlanta.
Let's go, baby. Up to A.
Oh, thank God. Anyway, what else in the summer? So yeah, we're gonna spend a little time. NBA, not NBA, NFL training camp starts not this week, unfortunately, next week.
Darren hates baseball so
I
much,
don't
guys.
hate baseball. It's
Darren
just
does not watch Barron doesn't watch baseball. He watches baseball so little that he is bringing up training camp in the NFL,
it's not
and it
true.
is currently the trade deadline and All-Star game in Major League Baseball. This is how much this
Yeah,
guy
my
does not
team
watch
refuses to
baseball.
make a trade, so why would I pay attention?
It all happens at the deadline, buddy. You're the
Whatever.
buyers or your sellers. Braves are going to be
Whatever,
sellers.
whatever.
Come
Until
on.
they make a trade, and we had some All Star snubs too, so I'm not too happy with the MLB right now. But
Christopher Sanchez, big All-Star snub. Everyone
mhm.
knows that. So
but yeah, NFL training camp starts next week, unfortunately. But rookie training camp starts this week, so we have
come on
something to
now.
talk about. Let's
There it is.
go. And yeah, in true NFL fashion, there's something going on. The Chargers rookies are holding out as of right now. Trey Harris and I forget the other one, but do not want to attend rookie mandatory training camp. Now, why would this be? Would it be contract disputes? Would it be where you're playing disputes? Would it be what
First
you're
one.
going to be playing disputes? I mean, I don't know. What do you think,
First one.
Brooks? I haven't really read
First one.
into it that much, but
It's all money and contract disputes. And again, this is in my opinion, another domino of NIL and
mm-hmm.
college football and the payments happening there compared to the NFL, right? So I think that like the Texans, I read gave their second round pick a fully guaranteed deal, which is the first ever time a second round pick has had a fully guaranteed deal, which is absurd. So this is now what the NFL is becoming, and that is why they're holding out. Yeah, I think it's kind of crazy. I mean, of course, I am pro players being paid, but the fact it's now becoming like college football was always a business, but on the fan side, when I looked at it, it never felt like a business. So now it's
Because the
feeling a lot like
players weren't being influenced to play because of money
well,
publicly. Now we don't know what was
well,
going on
public.
behind the
Yeah,
doors. We all know the SEC, some ACC, some Big 12, some Big 10 schools were probably throwing some money under the table, but we digress. That's not what we're here to talk about. Yeah, you're right. This is kind of a domino from the NIL era of college football that we now live in.
mhm,
You see a lot of people, and I wouldn't say I fall into this category that want it gone. Like you said, I do agree that college athletes should be making some money for what they're doing because the level that they play on is a lot larger than say a Division 2 or Division 3 athlete. It's
mhm.
just the fact of the matter. They bring in thousands of viewers, not even thousands, millions of viewers. Some sports and some games. So and that's bigger than some professional leagues. My problem, I would say I'd fall into this category, and I'm happy to see that this is gaining more and more traction. We need to
Let's hear it.
regulate the NIL money. There needs to be salary
Yeah,
capped, whether that's by the sport, whether it's by the school, or it's comes down to the athletic directors. I hope it doesn't come down to that because then it would just be insider trading again. But yes, there needs to be some sort of regulation, and I think it should be regulated by the school. That each school should kind of have a certain salary cap and NIL money that they're allowed to spend throughout their whole athletic department. I kind of like that idea. I think it makes it interesting because you might have some schools that are a little over spend a little more in say some sports and then neglect other ones, but that would encourage kind of like the older days. I feel like some athletes to go to certain to make schools more prestigious or known more prestigiously for their historically good sport, right? Like you want to spend more money on football if you've had a good historically good football program. You want to spend more money on basketball if you've had a more historically good basketball program. I kind of want to see that kind of go back to it, but I also understand why it could be regulated by the sport because that also just makes the most sense.
I just I don't know. The fact we're talking about a salary cap in college football, it just hurts me. Like it genuinely like just hurts someone who loves college football like to a pain. And I love the players being compensated, but it's getting ridiculous.
Well,
It's getting ridiculous.
yeah, if you don't cap it, it's just the bigger schools are going to keep getting more money and
Oh
paying more
yeah,
recruits.
no
I mean,
doubt. No doubt.
you look at all these other,
So
you look at these big like football programs, these big basketball programs, they're now charging like their students like additional charges to their tuition for NIL money to give to these athletes because they need to get more and more money to pay to give more and more money to these players to get them to come to their school and play, which is ridiculous. As a current student, I think it's a little insane that my tuition has gone up year to year. Granted, I'm in state. I know you were paying out of state for a while and there's a lot of people that do. But that if I was out of state
mhm,
paying that, that'd make me even more angry that they're raising my
yeah,
tuition because they need to pay more. They need to give these students that are my age or younger more and more money just because they're really good at a sport. And granted, I'm not saying like you said, I'm all for kids getting paid to play at this level, but there needs to be regulation because without it, it's not going to be fair. You're going to see the SEC keep winning and winning, and the Big Ten some here and there and football and at this rate basketball as well, and it's just not going to be fun anymore. People are not going to want to tune in. Everyone's going to know what happens. and it's just no one's gonna let it. And it's gonna, like you said, it's moving over to the NFL, which started this whole conversation.
Mhm.
These players come in and they expect all this guaranteed money up front. You have players that don't go to the NFL draft now; they'd rather go back to college because they're gonna make more money.
Mhm.
It's just a crazy world we live in.
So I think that the number one sport this is going to affect is going to be college basketball, specifically in March Madness, and everyone's been talking about it. It's like, is the day of the Cinderella dead? Like, are the Cinderella teams not going to happen anymore because all the good players are just going to be poached for whatever money they want? And my thing is, I somewhat agree, but I mostly disagree with it, just because like if someone's going to have a great season, they can't be poached till the end of the year. But then you're going to have those guys who don't stay at that school who then move up, and then the talent shifts. So I totally get on college basketball. It might change the whole dynamic of how March
Well,
looks.
I'll put it this way, right? And I'll say this for those like Cinderella teams. Before the whole boom of NIL, right? You still had players transferring from once they got some sort of national spotlight. Like if you were on a bad team in college and you had a great run in like college basketball tournament, some bigger schools are going to give you an transfer offer to come play for them because they see what you can do. That's not irregular. Granted, I do think it will affect college basketball, but what I think is going to be making a big problem and what's going to be the ultimate kicking the balls for college football, stay with me now, is what do you think is one of the biggest problems with the NBA in terms
Mm,
of like for the casual fan, right? And I'll just go ahead and answer it for you because there's a lot of them.
yeah.
But if, in terms of this conversation, I would say it's the constant team switching, right? Like a player on the NBA can start off on one team and go and play on four other teams before the end of that season, right? That's just how often trades happen. That's just how that kind of market works. So it's hard for I feel like you hear a lot of times like, oh, let's say for instance, I'm a Bulls fan. I cannot tell you they're starting five right now. I don't care that much. They're not good. They don't win a lot of games, and they've traded almost everyone off the team since I last paid attention. So I just cheer for the Bulls. Or you a lot of the times you hear I'm a James Harden fan. Whatever team he's on right now, I'm a fan of that team. Or I'm a LeBron fan. Whatever team he's on right now, I'm a fan of that team because it's very hard to be a fan of a team and like that franchise player. Like we look at it with the Luka Doncic situation. You see a lot of those Mavericks fans. Well, now I'm a Lakers fan because I just really liked Luka Doncic. I thought he was
Yeah.
going to be here forever. That's not the case. Now I'm a Lakers fan. So that's just kind of how the NBA works. And I think a lot of people on the NFL that are fans like, yeah, I'm a Ravens fan. I love Lamar Jackson. Or I'm a Bills fan. I love Josh Allen. I'm an Eagles fan. I love Jalen Hurts. Like that's kind of I feel like that's a big part of like the fandom, like the fan favorite players. Like in the NFL, people seem to be a lot more upset about losing a player than in the NBA, right? Now that that
Hmm.
point's been made with the NIL state in college football today, it's gonna be a lot like the NBA. You're gonna see players are gonna have a good season, get offered more money from another school, and jump the ship, go there, go form another college super team, or they're gonna play bad. And the team's going to bring in another player to be better than them, and they're going to get offended and go to another team. That's just kind of the current landscape that NIL's made it. I know people joke around about the new college football, and we'll talk about that again briefly, how everyone transfers after a year, but that's kind of accurate. So, I mean, it's probably not the best players on your team like it is in the game in real life,
No,
but
it's like you have
it
to
might be one
replace
day.
your whole
So,
roster. So
I mean,
yeah,
in the
we'll see
game,
how
it's
it
like
goes.
your top. If you don't win the natty in the game, if you're playing dynasty, like your top 15 best players will all leave. So it's not like very realistic. But my point being, that could very well happen in the future. So it's just like,
Anyways, let's talk about this. Let's go back to what you're talking about. Rookie training camp.
yeah.
Who are some rookies that maybe you're excited to see kind of step the first time in those uniforms, get those drills and slapping some bags? Of course, you might say your Eagles players, but what are maybe some other
Obviously,
names as well that you're
my
looking
Eagles
forward to?
players. I'm really excited to see what Jahad Campbell can do. But I've been talking about it kind of all off season. But I'm a big Travis Hunter guy for the Jaguars. I want to see what he can do. I know the rookie OTA kind of clips of his early route running were not flattering to the eye. So I want to see if that's been cleaned up a little. I know there's a lot of reports about players are over him dancing and all that at practice or whatever, but I'm interested to see like a more deeper dive on how that's really going. I want to see how his coverage looks as well, if they've kind of have more of a plan of what he's going to be doing this season in terms of splitting snaps on offense and defense. Another rookie I'm pretty eager to see would be the guy for the Panthers, the other receiver. I think I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
McMillan.
yeah, McMillan. I'm not even gonna
Yep.
pronounce his first name, but I'm interested. I think he's one of the better guys in this draft offensively. I like his receiving ability. I'm actually pretty high on the Panthers this year. I know you're not, division rivals,
Mm.
but I think he's going to help Bryce Young out a lot. So I'm excited to see what he could do. Um, I'm trying
First
to think. In
assumed my
terms of
opinion.
later rounds, I'm interested to see how Malachi Starks looks. That was a guy I
Yeah.
kind of wanted the Eagles to trade up for if he was still in that kind of realm. So I'm interested to see if that goes well with the Ravens, especially going with what's the guy's name? Kyle Hamilton. Aside from them, I think that'll be a scary backfield when it's all said and done. And then if I had to give one more, it'd probably go to the Chargers, Amari and Hampton. I know there's been reports from the 4th of July that Najee Harris has sustained his first injury. He got shot in the eye with a firework, so he will miss a few weeks.
JPP Heritage.
Yep. So Amari and Hampton's looking to get some workhorse games right into the start of the season. So I'm interested to see
Yeah.
how he kind of responds to that in training camp, gets ready for the season, especially with his other teammates joining the team holding out. So we'll see what happens. What about you? What rookies are you excited to see in action besides your Falcons?
Of course, my Falcons drafting 2 edge rushers is always going to be my mind. But if I did not have to pick those 2 guys, the one I'm most excited for is
Hmm.
honestly Will Campbell. I'm excited to see what Will
Yeah,
Campbell can do,
I am too.
especially as a Patriots offensive tackle, right? He's always going to die for his quarterback. I want to see what he can do in the drills against NFL players, against NFL talent. He has gone against NFL talent in college, but I can't wait to see him against some established veterans once he
Hmm.
gets kind of more rolling around that training camp. But rookie OTA is looking at what he can do in the footwork. And then I'm going to go to the next pick right after him. The Browns drafted Mason Graham, trading down from 2 to 5. I want to see what Mason Graham can do, especially as a DT,
Hmm.
a nose tackle. So I'm interested to see what he can do. Of course, everyone is interested in the skill positions. I don't blame them, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking at the trenches, the 4 and the 5 right there, and even my guys as edge rushers. I want to see what they can do. So,
I
but
know. Yeah.
I'm excited for Will Campbell. I'm not a Patriots guy whatsoever, not even close to it.
Right.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do.
All right. Well, before we move on, last thing I kind of
Mm,
want to talk about in terms of NFL rookies, Shamar Stewart still is not signed his contract. It's not look like it's going to be signed anytime soon. I don't know if we've talked about this or not. We didn't really go that in depth. But basically, he's holding out because Bengals are trying to make him a guinea pig, I guess, in a lack of a better term. There's language in his contract that's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
It's not very player friendly at all. I completely understand why he would want to do this, but or not want to sign it. But I want to kind of talk about this in a sense because I think we kind of talked about the situation already. What we didn't
We
talk
did.
about was kind of what could happen from here because that kind of information came out after the fact. But this is such an interesting situation, Brooks. Shamar Stewart, if he does not want to sign his rookie contract by the season, can withgo the season, right? Like step aside and re-enter into next year's draft, which is
Yep.
very interesting to me. We've never had a situation like this. I'm kind of
Yeah,
rooting
this
for
is
it.
crazy.
I mean, I'm kind of rooting for it. I know there's people saying that that's dumb for him to do because no team is going to want to draft a player who was already drafted and just didn't want to play for his team. But kind of disagree with that
I
because
disagree with that too.
I don't think this is a I don't think this is a situation where he's like, "Oh, I'm not getting enough guaranteed money," or "Oh, I don't want to play for this team." I think the language in that contract truly is awful. And he shouldn't sign it. And I think another team would love the chance to draft a guy like that. I mean, granted, he didn't have a lot of production in college. This was a guy mainly drafted off of hope and kind of hoping that he becomes this superstar in the NFL because he has the
Mhm.
physical attributes to do so. He just didn't really prove much in college. So that was also kind of the thing where a team could be like, well, he hasn't really proven much in college. He's already sat an entire year. He might not be ready to go. So that'll definitely hurt his draft stock. I think waiting a year, I don't think he'll go in the first round next year if he waits. He would definitely slide to probably day
I
3.
wonder if they can trade. I haven't read the logistics of this. I wonder if they can trade his draft rights because a lot of times you trade the draft rights where you sign someone. If they can trade his draft rights
Mm-hmm.
to another team if they wanted to try and take a gamble on him.
I think they've probably done that already. I think it's too late because teams realize that, oh, if I really want this guy, unless they're really willing to like, because again, I think the only way this gets resolved, it doesn't in the route that we all think it's going to be, is if the Bengals give in and give him the contract they should. Again, we're not saying that they're in the right here; they are completely in the wrong. Yeah, I don't. We'll see how this plays out. I'm kind of hoping that he doesn't sign and waits till next year. I do think he'll get picked up. I know it, and by then, yeah, I'm sure another team will. The NFL landscape will look a little different. The Bengals will still be terrible, and that's the other thing is they cannot draft him again if he re-enters. They lose all eligibility to draft him if he doesn't sign.
Mhm.
So there's 30 other, and that's the thing. I don't think 31 other teams want to give anything up really, because I'm sure the Bengals asking price is high for their first round draft pick. So I'm sure these other teams don't want to give
Exactly.
anything up when they could all have an equal chance at getting him for free next year. So anything you want to add about that whole situation?
I think we're ready to get into the jump right here, baby.
Let's do it. Yeah.
So
So we'll briefly,
with
yeah, go for it.
with kind of college season, of course, rolling around soon for football, with the NFL rolling around soon, but not soon enough to kind of get the ball rolling. Basketball season ended, summer leagues going on,
Mm-hmm.
but not much going. We're going to try something different today. We're going to be playing some games, like
Mm-hmm.
not like video games, but some knowledge trivia games on the podcast. A couple
That's
that we
right.
have. We're going to do an NFL grid.
Mm-hmm.
We might do an NBA grid in another episode, but we're doing an NFL grid for this one. And then we have a guess the jump shot,
Oh
if
yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So we have two quick games we're going to try to do. Knock out the grid. Baron, have you ever done an NFL grid like this before?
Yeah, I do them all the time in class.
Well, then there you go. So for anybody that doesn't know, right here you have a 3x3 grid, and it
Let me go ahead
has
and pull it up
criteria.
while you explain.
Go ahead, I'll explain. You have criteria on the left and the right. For example, one of them we have is a player that's played for the Buffalo Bills in their history. And then down the left is someone that's played 10 seasons in the NFL and a first round draft pick. And then on the top, you have Giants, Patriots, Jets, players that have played for them. And you try to match each criteria like a tic tac toe board. Of course, you can if you want, depending on what you want to do. You can go rare and try to get, there's points. You have a rarity score. But for right now, I guess we'll try to fill up the grid. Maybe we'll have some good shouts in there. Whoa, Tom Brady is the first guess for Patriots 10 plus. That's gonna be like 35%. Ooh, I was gonna say a better one. What about Steven Gostkowski? You can switch it if you want. You can. I like Steven Gostkowski. I feel like that one's gonna have a lot. Ooh, come on now. That's a gold right there. Come on now. Um, ooh, I have a good one. Wide receiver Chris Hogan. Remember that guy? He used to play lacrosse, had a big, I think 20 I think I remember him playing a season or 2 on the Bills. I swear he did. Come on now. Okay, it's only a silver. You can do Drake May. I was trying to think. Oh, Mac Jones is probably a silver, or I think it's probably a gold, actually. Some people maybe not guess it as much and just go like a Drake May. I was thinking, God, what's another good option for Patriots first round draft pick? I was thinking, who's the wide receiver they drafted that was an absolute bust? Yeah, Kendrick Bourne. You think that would be better than I don't know. I swear they drafted a wide receiver in the first round. It might have been a second rounder. Yeah, second rounder. Okay. Yeah, let's look at Mac Jones for right now. Let's do the left side. Left side. I got 2 on my mind. One of them's obvious, and one of them I think is a good pull. The obvious one, Tyrod Taylor. He played he played for the Giants last season, um, or 2 seasons ago it was. Okay, I think I have a good one here. I think I have a good pull. 49ers legend, Matt Breida. I think so. I remember Matt Breida being a Giant. Right there. Yeah. Come on now. Come on now. Matt Breida, my GOAT. Justin Tuck. Did Tyree play 10 plus seasons? You can look it up. You could do like a Hakeem Nicks. You could do what's a good one? A Graham Gano. You could do a Graham Gano. First round draft pick for the Giants. No, you have to play 10 seasons just in general in the NFL. You can just type in his name and see if he played 10 seasons. You can type by the years. He did have some good years, undrafted free agent, Victor Cruz. Only 6 years. See if type in yeah, type in OSI, OSI. Yeah, right there. Come on now. Come on now. OBJ's first round pick. OBJ. Okay, that's a good one. Evan Neal, that's a good solid option. True, true. Saquon would be the obvious one. Ooh, Bills, Jets. Um, Daniel Jones was a first round pick. He was pick number 6. I have another obvious one, but I don't know if I should go obvious. Ryan Fitzpatrick. I kinda think like a good pull. Yeah, he did play for the Patriots. Oh, you know what's a good pull? Remember, was it 2022 or 2023, Mike White? That would be a good pull. He was a Bill. No, he was a Bill. I swear he was a Bill. Come on now. This is what happens when you have a Buffalo Bills roommate. Come on now. Alan Lazard. Hmm, that's not uh, it's you just type in Lazard, Lazla, uh, yeah. You just type in lizard. That's horrible. Why'd you type in lizard? Yo, get this Lazza. There you go. Alan Lizard's crazy. He didn't play 10 plus seasons. 2018. Yeah. Oh, that's not a bad poll. That's not a bad poll. What's a good poll? What's a good poll? We can do better. I feel like the 10 plus seasons, we can always do better than we can get a platinum. I swear we can. Um, let's think. First round draft pick Jets. Ooh. First round draft pick Jets. I'm trying to think of like non-obvious first round draft picks. Sure, that's pretty obvious, but we can go with that. Well, if you type it in, yeah, if you type it in, does the game end or no? You can just type it in. You spelled his name wrong again. Wow, your spelling is horrible. Leonard Williams. Was Leonard Williams he's a Jet. Was he a first round pick? I think he was. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Close out. Do you think we can do better? I think we can do better than this, especially with the. Can you click on it or no? Okay. Hmm. We can definitely do better than this, or we can just sit right here and accept it. Well, just like for 10 plus years, all you gotta do is just really to think about like guys back in the 2010s. You could do Hakeem Nicks for the Giants, maybe. It's Knicks with a CKS. He only played 6 years. Okay. Um, you can't think skill positions. Do Patriots? Patriots? Do David Andrews? Oh, it's 9. It's 9. Oh my goodness, bro. Whatever. We'll accept that. We'll accept that. Last one. Now this, I did a first right. I'm playing. I just hit random player. That blows. I mean, this is impossible for me. Wait, what number are you on? Go up. All right, number 137. The actual game because so it doesn't move in 5 frames. Thanks. All right, 137. This is on the fly right here, guys. Hold on. Oh, who is? I feel like I know that flick too. Lonzo? It doesn't look like it comes from the side, but you can try. Yeah, but it still has that kind of. I don't think that's the flick. It kind of looks. It looks. If that's the ball, it looks more like Lamelo than Lonzo because it has that middle release point. Oh my God, snipies! Let me type it online so I can get that out. Then let's go. One more. One more. Come on now. Pull up in an 18. Dude, I see any lanky player on this, and I automatically think Mikal Bridges. Like, I don't think that's the answer, but, I think I've seen this before. I think I've done this one before. Yeah, he is white. I think I've done this one before. He is it's Duncan Robinson, I'm pretty sure. I was watching, Enjoy B-Ball, and this was one of them. Yeah. I didn't do the LaMelo hit random. All right, 192. 192. Oh, that is not a jump shot. That's a swing. Okay. There we go. Is that's not Bam, is it? You think it's Porzingis? Okay, send it. What a fucking snipe, dude. Get out of here, dude. All right, get out. Now you sniped that one. I thought Bam for a second. That's a good snipe. Last one. Yeah, last one. He spreads his legs like crazy. 128. Dude, every time I click a new one, does the batter one. Mikal Bridges? Hell no. And he's in the West. Yeah. He has short hair. He's in the West. He's in the West. It's a okay, it's a guard, I think. It's definitely a guard. Here. Okay, the frames are good on this one. Yeah. This is up to date. Is this No, I know DeJounte. That's not DeJounte. Fox is a lefty. Oh, it's Jalen Green. I knew it wasn't freaking De'Aaron Fox. Come on now. That's definitely Jalen Green. Yeah. There we go. Does it? Yes, I'm checking my end.
All right, we're back. We're back. Back to the
Welcome back.
main screen. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna leave it to you for Brooks's bombs, I guess, because you got some stuff
Let's
to
end
talk
today with
about.
Brooks' bombs.
There.
So I could talk about two separate things. First of all, I will. First, I'm gonna do it quickly. Wimbledon, Yannick Sinner over Carlos Alcaraz. Pretty good match. Not as good as Roland Garros, but still good. Congratulations to Sinner on that. Iga Swiatek, by the way, did you see that double bagel for Iga Swiatek? But I'm specifically talk about the All Star game for MLB. Congratulations to your Phillies because they have a couple nominees in the All Star game. But I'm going to the Home Run Derby tonight. I got the tickets for free. Should be fun, even though the tickets are like $250. Got them for free, and looking forward to it. I think Brooks's bombs is going to be a very short one, and James Wood is going to win the home run derby. There you go, James Wood
All right.
plus 800. Lock it in.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Take it.
This will probably come out the day after, so they'll know. They'll know then.
Yes, exactly. So, boom. There you go. Brooks's bombs. Quick wrap done.
All right. Well, I don't have anything else to add for today, other that we know jump shots. We're pretty
Exactly. We
good
know
at
the
that.
jumps. Come on,
We're
man.
pretty. We're pretty good at that.
That was pretty solid.
That was.
So,
I mean, before the recording, I got it in one. Granted, I got
yeah,
it off
Kobe
the
White was
hair.
easy because the hair as
I
well.
got it
The
because of
hair
the
was,
hair, but then we went
yeah.
Lamelo Ball, Chris Stapps. I mean,
LaMelo's is such a middle jumper. I was like, that literally looks like LaMelo, and it was. I've watched too many LaMelo freaking highlight reels too.
I mean,
So
I got it close. I said this looks like Lonzo Ball, and then you had to. I threw the alley, you slammed the oop. So
yeah, that was Chris Paul to Blake Griffin, the lob, the jam.
there you go.
Come on
All
now.
right.
That'll be another episode. Nothing agreed. Thank you all for listening. Of course, check out those games. Try to see if you can do better than us.
Oh,
And
hold on.
peace.
I
Oh,
completely
oh,
forgot. We're gonna put something out,
oh wow.
but starting next week, we want to start interacting with you guys, hearing what you guys
Oh,
have to say. So starting next week, reach out to us however is best, I guess. DM, leave a comment under the video, or reach out to us if you can. But we want to like bring you guys on, say like 10 minutes each episode. We'll have like a prompt or something. Either we figure it out or you bring it to us, and we'll just have a chat. You want to talk to us about something we've said? You feel offended? You want to call us out? Come on, come at us. We want to interact with you guys. But I forgot I needed to announce that. So now you can
so
close it out. My bad.
that'll be another episode, I think. Agreed. Please join us if you want to next week or even further weeks. Talk about NFL, NBA, especially when it's full swing.
Or
And
anything.
peace.